on my watch or in my head. There we go. Finally, we're here. It's Wahoo World for Game 1 semifinals of In the Zone 19 between Dream and Yeahh.
And we're actually going to be seeing the Sorella coming out from Chara here instead of the Rapid Blaster. As a Rapid Blaster player, I can totally understand the Brella pick here. It's very nice. And we're going to be seeing actually the tent coming out over on the side of Dream, which is of course a very strong pick on this map. The tent going to clear out most of the zone. A couple quick picks for Dream here, as they're going to be able to really just slowly push back. Yeah, one member behind the pillow, they're going to get pushed out. They're going to have the missiles for the pushback in, but 3 specials, nearly 4 on the side of Dream. They are ready for just about anything if Yeahh tries to push the plot again. The Ray is going to come out early, not able to find anyone just yet. A Bubble's coming out. Couple still waiting to drop on the plot. They're just waiting until these specials kind of go away before they drop in here.
And by the way, it's been Dream that's been holding onto the zone all this time. Alexei coming up with a very nice pick. It's a 2-down situation yet again for Yeahh. They still have not been able to find that. Doug Blanco goes down here again to the charger of Dream. So much pressure, and they just can't find an opening. Lux trying to step forward here, met with the 10 umbrella, and is going to go down. That's the delayed wipe, and that's the game. 100-0 knockout to start things off for Dream in this game 1.
That was just a lot of pressure over on that plot. We kind of saw slightly staggered specials coming out on the side of Dream there, which is really able to, like, it looked like Yeahh was waiting for like the right moment to drop in, but that moment just never came. First there was the Ray, then there were the bubbles, then there was the was that the armor from the try, I believe. It was just really, they just couldn't find a good moment to drop there, and having one of the members in the court, they were able to flank behind them to prevent any like last minute pushes from happening.
So the interesting thing about the scoreboard at the end of that match, Bran was the only person to get a splat by the side of Yeahh.
Wow, that's darn.
Other than that, complete zeros across the board there, unfortunately, for Yeahh. They're going to have to come on back. Try to find an answer here moving on forward. I mean, the Dream had that map on complete lock, and complete lock in that big of a fashion, and then getting Manta Maria coming up next in the random list. We're going back to Manta Maria. I think this is like the 4th time we've seen this map today. Super long and drawn out. Only going to come down to like 1 or 2 team fights here, I imagine. But probably looking grim here again for Yeahh. But we'll have to see if they have an answer or a better answer on this map, as it looks like the weapons are already locked. We're hopping into the game. Very similar back and forth here. No really major mix-ups, I don't think.
Yeah, I think most people just kind of sticking with more or less their comfort picks. Tara actually seems to be sticking with that Sorella Brella today. We'll see how that works out. Bran looking for a sneaky pick on the mast at the start. They're going to go down to Terra, who's just slowly advancing with their Tentabrella over onto that left side. They're unfortunately going to be caught alone. And this fight at the beginning seems to be going in Yeahh's favor. Actually, wait a second. There looks like there's a flank over on their bunker. And Alexei, while they're turning around, able to take the pick and swing the momentum all the way back in Dream's favor.
Yep. Alexei just doing Alexei things, taking care of business as per normal with this splatter. Scope has the bomb rush at the ready to continue applying this pressure for Dream. And again, we're really don't want to see this snowball out of control right now if you're on the side of Yeahh in this orange ink. They are going to start to come on and apply a little bit more pressure to the zone if we do see specials getting popped to try to force some of these members back. But Alexei, playing this calmly, is going to back up, give themselves a little bit more room, but is going to go down there. Actually, the end zap credited with that pick. Moving on forward now is Ant trying to paint both of these zones. Might be the cap here momentarily, but they have to be careful of the other zone now, as actually someone else was coming on up behind. It's Terra with a 10 umbrella taking care of business here, looking to try to force these members away, and that's going to actually be the 10 umbrella painting both of these zones. Dream holding on for the time being. 2-down situation for Yeahh. Things looking grim yet again.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that Yeahh's just been like totally unable to really maintain that pressure. Terra on that tent in the zone. able to really just hold their ground a lot better than most of the members of Yeahh have been able to. That armor is coming out. The bubbles are going to also be able to stall. One member going down on the side of Dream. 2 members down, and it looks like actually Yeahh is finally able to take back control. They were able to. That was nearly a quadruple team on the tent umbrella there, and even with the shield, they're not going to be able to survive that. As Yeahh, it's trying to looking to get something started here with that armor coming up. The splashdown. Brand might be able to survive. They are. Actually, they die there, but they're able to get a pick in the meantime. They're trying to get into the base there. That's a very strong position on Manta Maria, as we have seen before, but they're unable to do so, which means they're going to have to retreat back to zone in order to maintain control in the meanwhile.
Bran and Ant pushing super far forward, now having to try to run back, but it's not going to be enough, because we do see one going down. One down actually of both sides, make that 2 going down, but actually another kill going back and forth here in the middle of the map. Chara's trying to find this pick here, but now we see the Tri-Slasher peek back out on the other side of the mask. Lux is trying to continue painting the zone on this bamboo, but it's not quite able to find anyone, and Lux really has been having a whole ton of an impact right now in this match. It's been playing a little bit more of a passive painting role here from what I've seen so far. Tenebellos, though, trying to come out, trying to look for another kill here as the Tenebrella starts to get approached, finally able to pick that one off. As Terra tries to approach, but 1 zone per piece here for each of these teams. Looks like Yeahh finally able to take care of business here. Now finally able to find that pick on the left side, but the onslaught continues as we start to see Dream move on forward. Tri-Slosher is going to start to come forward, but Zero goes down. Latome goes down. Terra's going to try to hold on to this zone with a Tenebrella. By the way, it's a DC for Yeahh right now. The objectives has continued to progress decent way, so we'll be seeing the rest of this one play out, I think. Okay, never mind, they just don't, no one reads the rules before we start the tournament.
Yeah, either that or they realize they're not going to be able to win a tournament or win the match here in a 3v4 situation, given that they're struggling in a 4v4. But either way, another DC on stream, that's pretty unfortunate. But yeah, I think that even regardless, we saw the try on Dream just kind of chilling in the mast there, and basically only the Kenta machine is able to deal with them on the mast. They were just kind of sitting up there waiting for someone to try and pass and paint the other zone, and we saw Yeahh get punished for that. They were able to, the try on Dream was just able to hold that mast so well.
So as a reminder, for those of you who are just joining us, who are disappointed that we've seen, 2 or 3 DCs today, that are disappointed that we've seen Manta Maria picked a handful of different times, I think it all traces back to the fact that we're picking these specific matches, and you can largely blame Dragonudo for that. Please send all of your complaints to @Dragonudo on Twitter for the amount of DCs that you've been seeing on stream today. I'm sure he would very much appreciate that as our official complaints department here at In the Zone 19. He's just joined the Casper call. The joke's on him because he can't actually talk yet unless Nightcheck decides to unmute him. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with that last match. Oh dear. We'll have to see exactly what happens.
It was not my fault. I've picked very good matches that have gone the wrong way every time. Look, it's just not been my day. Don't go pinning this on me. It's gonna be a good match, and you do a good job casting it because you're doing a great job so far. So finish this up, and don't you dare say bad stuff about me. I'm supporting you here. Listen. It's sarcasm. It's for fun. I need a little bit of fun in my day today here. Come on, we're on semifinals, so we haven't cracked a good joke back and forth. Is this really a Splatoon tournament stream? If we don't do that, no, I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, all right.
Everyone has their days, and it looks like today's not Dragonudo's day.
It's not my day. No, it's not my day. I lose in Valorant, and
oh no, tragic.
Yeah, bad
truly
stuff.
tragic.
I'm gonna go now. Good luck.
All right, so he's gonna peace out yet again, I believe. So I saw that ping in the Zone channel asking for a replay on the gentleman's agreement, but I believe we're just going to be moving on forward, and it is going to be Dream with the 2-0. We are going to be moving on to Splat Zones. Piranha Pit. We haven't seen this one yet today, Fusion. What do you expect to see? I imagine Terra is going to come up pretty big on that 10 umbrella.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think this is a really interesting map. The 2 zones here are kind of hard to cap both at once. I think that that Kenta machine coming out on the side of Yeahh might be able to make a little bit more of an impact on this match, given the angles around the conveyors here. Zero chasing Dog Blanco all the way into the useless, as it's called, so far away from the zone there. And that pick is just going to deny a special on the side of Yeahh, as Chara caught nearly alone there. Alexei, never mind. Lux also over there on that bamboo. They're unable to kill Lux, but Lux going to be able to get away with a trade there. But the timer's still ticking down on the side of Dream, as a little bit of control coming back on the side of they're filtering in from the left side here.
They're really looking to try to continue snowballing this game out of control here, at least Dream is. But now, actually, Dog Blanco going to take care of this. There gets a triple, and now it's only going to be 1-up, easily cleaned up by Chara. And so now, for the first time, I think, in a game so far in this set, Yeahh takes the lead. The question is going to be, can they hold on to it for a decent amount of time? We've seen the lockout situations. Can the retakes come in from a Dream that we've seen before the specials start to come online? Stingray, the incomer, is going to try to approach back onto the zone. Alexei can't find anyone with the Ray, and right now it's still Yeahh in control of both these zones. They've had the painted presence right now. The Storm's going to come on through, but it's not going to be enough to at least cap that zone for the time being. They're going to try to continue pushing forward. Here comes Terra with that Tenebrata canopy and the bubbles. This is almost definitely going to seal the deal on this zone, and indeed that will, as the bubbles continue to float back the other direction. Terra now is continuing to cause a little bit more of a presence. At least they got the cap, but they weren't able to find any much more after that. It's a 2-down situation for Dream, and that's going to be, maintaining control overall on the map right now. Super beneficial for them, but they're going to have to do it at least one more time here, moving on forward.
Yeah, you saw a very slow intention push coming back in from Dream on the left side. They were able to take control of the zone, but unfortunately, with that slow push there, was pretty easily able to know where they're coming, know where they're about to go, and able to take out 2 members and hold the zone there. But it looks like Dream's actually going to be able to swing the zone back in their favor, as Bran, trying to hold over on this right side, is going to be isolated from the rest of their team.
Yeah, completely isolated right now. We're going to have to see exactly how that continues to play in, as now the trades on his own. Lux coming in with that pick onto Alexei, and now, not really stepping forward here to try to recontest right now. They want to charge up their specials just a little bit more, but the timer's getting dangerously close to flipping back the other direction. 10 missiles are going to come on out for Lux, starting to step on forward, but their pulse bombs continuing to apply a little bit more pressures. Kyo knows that he can't contest the bamboo, at least not with that range of the Tri-Slosher. All the Meanwell on the other side of the map. 2-down situation for a Yeahh. They're not going to have the painted power to move on forward. That's going to be the lead going on over to Dream. Lux caught off guard. Now has to deal with Kyo and that Stingray, but Kyo going to get taken out in response by Chara. Moving on forward with the Cerebrella, close to the bomb rush, but doesn't have it right quite yet. Trying to step forward, but meets 2 members of Dream right there near the conveyor belts. Zero coming up, I believe, with a double and going down in the process. Now the Slosher duel also ends in a trade. 3-down situation for Dream right now. That should be, taking back control of the map, but now they have to continue ticking down this timer. Actually, they don't have control of the zones yet. They're looking to try to do that, and they're getting thrown on the zone to continue stalling things out. That's exactly what Dream is looking to do here. Just continue to play the stalling game, as they don't have that much longer to stall for.
Yeah, this is, actually a couple big picks as they completely surround Dream over on this right side here. They're able to hold the zone. This is likely going to be the lead. Dream's going to have to take a slow push in. They only have really one useful special, the Bomb Rush. They're going to need, they only have the Stingray up right now, as the 10th comes in with Bubbles in the zone 0. Unfortunately going to be picked up by Lux, who's watching the drop there. Terra on that tent is going to be able to just slowly march through both zones and able to cap the zone as the rest of the team follows and pushes all of Yeahh back into the right side. But a lot of specials going to be coming out on the side of Yeahh very, very quickly. And it looks like before Terra is able to circle around, 2 members on the side of Dream get picked off.
Terra, I don't know if you want this engagement right now. You're one of the last ones in the middle of the map, and indeed going to get taken out there by Chara. The quicker shots of the normal Brella taking down the 10 Umbrella. 12 seconds left to go in the game. Chara jumps out from that Stingray. 8 seconds left to go. 2-down situation for Dream on the other side of the map. It's Yeahh with control of both zones, and they're looking to try to hold on in this set. Trying to close it out here is Dream, but they're not able to do that. We're seeing a game 4.
Wow, okay. That it felt like, you know, with, you know, the kind of tent umbrella play that we're seeing on the side of Dream, it kind of felt like before, like Terra, you know, Dream was able to come through, recap the zones. They had rather kind of, you know, slow pushes in, and it just felt like before they were able to, you know, circle back, they were able to cap the zones, but basically, Yeahh kept coming from behind them. They kept coming over those ramps and catching them in surprising ways. And I think that those kind of kills just really made a difference. They made Terra, they got Terra and like Alexei in very awkward positions where they're unable to really do much besides stay alive. And I think that's most of what helped them win that match. And finally, we're going to be seeing a oddball zones pick here. Coming out from the random number generator.
The largest zone in the game, I believe. Credit for that goes to Lean. But, by the way, on the last, you know, happened, I think, as you mentioned, on Piranha Pit, there are a lot of spots where the Charger can sit very...
You're cutting out quite a bit, I think.
That's unfortunate.
I think you're better now.
I don't really know what... We'll have to see exactly what continues happening, but if I continue to cut out Fusion, you might just have to continue taking care of business. But
you've been totally good just right there. You cut out. What were you saying?
As I was trying to say, there aren't a lot of positions for Charger and for the Tent Umbrella to really safely apply pressure to zone. You know, in Piranha Pit, that Tent Umbrella has to be right in the middle of the map. Charger doesn't have a lot of angles really to take care of business there, and so you know, I think that's a large part of why Dream wasn't able to run away with that one. But hopping into the game here on Kelp Dome, what do you expect to see, Fusion?
This is definitely an interesting map. I think, you know, Tent's a pretty solid pick here, of course, but being able to get dropped on for mid makes it pretty awkward. And we're actually not going to see the Tent coming out. Terra actually going to be playing support on that Junior. And very similar comp coming out on the side of Yeahh, though. Seems to be working last game. Alexei actually taking an aggressive stance on the grates with the Charger, taking out the Bamboo, taking out Lux in the drop. Alexei is just going to make a mad dash for the left side of the enemy base. And this is a very strong position. They're able to both watch the drop there and watch the left side. That's able to kind of pigeonhole Yeahh over to pushing out on the right side where it looks like Yeahh was watching, but they're able to get picked off as a couple members actually going down on the side of Dream. The missile's coming out, and it looks like once enough paint is applied, Yeahh is going to be able to swing the zone back in their favor. Wow, actually, very quickly, three members going down on the side of Dream here, as that Ray making a big impact. Zero over on that right side, trying to contest the machine. Two members over there. Zero's not going to make it out alive, but Alexei coming in with the assist. That armor going to be rushing the drop, pushing all of Dream back. Unfortunately, this armor is going to expire in just a second, and it looks like Alexei and the rest of Dream are going to be able to hold their ground, despite all these specials coming out. Yet again, one more armor coming in. Chara coming in from the right side. A couple members coming in towards top mid. They're able to, one down on both sides, get a trade. Dream still holding the zone here, very strong. A couple members going down. Three down on the side of Dream. Terra just trying to recap that zone and hold it just for the last 12 points. It's going to be well contested by the NZAP on the other side. These missiles are not going to be very good for the rest of Dream. They're actually able to get a very nice pick on one of the members of Yeahh. Terra finally going down, and the zone flipping back as Yeahh comes in from multiple angles and is able to surround the zone and finally apply that pressure. That's where the size of the zone here comes into play. They're just unable to recap the whole thing, even though you're playing Junior, you're playing NZAP. You can't cap the zone on your own unless you're on top mid. Top mid is really the only place where you're able to paint enough of the zone to cap it. Chara over here in that garden, unable to really survive super well. They're actually, wow, finally, as Kyo seems to be running out of ink at the very end there, Chara's able to surprise them and get that pick with that Cerebella. Chara, once again, holding down that right side, is able to keep most of the members of Dream in the base. Looks like they're going to be trying the right side. Brand's probably going to be keeping an eye on it, keeping an eye on that mid drop. Got to be careful not to get flanked on that left side. The timer's ticking down. And it looks like Yeahh has a chance to take the lead and potentially take the game here. Brand coming in from behind. The armor is going to be enough to let them survive to get Tear. They get a second pick. The splashdown is going to survive. 3 members down on the side of Dream. And Yeahh's actually going to take the game. Very nice.
Game 5, reverse sweep. Hello? I didn't see the majority of the first part of that game. Apologies, my internet sometimes cuts out a bit. So I didn't want to like interrupt there and just be like super robot-y and dropping out all the time. But from what I did see of that game, well done by Yeahh, especially at the end of the day, to completely shut down the push. I liked Brand's positioning on that Kenson machine, able to completely shut down that potential angle there that Alexei could choose on that box right on into the zone from spawn. Well done there. And now it all comes down to game 5. Throw the dice to find the map we're playing, because apparently that seems to be taking a very large role in what we're seeing between these two teams.
Yeah, honestly, it could go either way. I'm wondering if, the weapon picks seem to be alternating just a little bit for, they seem to be changing the weapon picks on the side of Dream just a little bit, and we're actually going to be seeing Gobi Arena. This seems to be a pretty strong Tentabrella map, so I imagine we're going to be seeing Terra come back on that tent. But we'll have to see. I'm wondering, it kind of felt like on a lot of the larger maps, Yeahh seems to be performing a little bit better with a lot of weapons that are better at surviving, spacing out. But this map's a bit of a mix. Your backliners can survive on the plat. They can they're able to poke zone pretty well, but there isn't so much room for mid-range weapons. You if you're playing a mid-range weapon, you're a little bit stuck in the zone. You just kind of slowly get backed off unless you can really push to the other side and get close to the enemy wall, or else, the backliner on the other team might snipe you.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to watch. But again, I mean, like you say, maybe the larger maps is what Yeahh's favoring, but we also saw that Dream won convincingly on Wahoo World with a strong opening and a strong 100-0, right? So I don't know. I think this would go back either direction.
I think Wahoo's a little bit weird because even though it's such a large map, where all the action happens is just such a small area of the map. It's really all concentrated in that small zone. So I guess we shall see what happens. Similar comps coming out from both sides. We do not see the Tentabrella actually coming out, as Terra's actually going to be on the NZAP. Interesting. I'm wondering if they're just not feeling Tentabrella right about now. Either way, a quick cap going to be coming in on the side of Dream. That armor is going to really swing that momentum. 2 members going down on the side of excuse me. On the side of Yeahh, but Chara holding that bomb rush, Lux holding those missiles. They're going to be able to get a push back in, and as I'm saying that, of course, Yeahh gets flanked and Lux seems to go down. This is going to make it a little bit more difficult for them to get into the zone here. But the splashdown's probably going to cap it for them, or at least neutralize that bomb rush.
neutralizing that bomb rush. Brand gets one before going down there. Right, 3-down situation for Dream is Yeahh takes back control of the middle of the map. They're going to continue trying to apply pressure moving on forward in this game.
Yeah, this will be pretty interesting with a machine with a Brella. I feel like if they're able to get onto Dream's plat, Yeahh could have a very good time holding the zone there. Unfortunately, one member going to go down on the side of Yeahh, 2 go down, only 1 down on the side of Dream, but the specials still are going to allow Yeahh to hold the zone a little bit longer. That Brilla coming in with that survivability might be extra helpful, but as I say that, 2 more members go down, this machine's not going to last very long, and Dream swings the map back in their favor.
Really close right now between these two teams. If you look at the score line, it's Dream barely with the edge, currently with control of the zone. They want to try to extend this as we're still pretty early on into the game. Zero goes down to the Teta missiles from Lux. That could be very huge moving on forward. We are going to see that zone flip back in the color of green, but no, it's Kyo coming on saying this is my house with the Kensa machine. Takes out one. That's 2 others going down as well for Yeahh. Dream maintaining control for the time being. Again, looking to extend this lead. They have 2 specials up at the ready, too. Ready to defend whatever push comes their way.
Yeah, and this is, again, not looking like the biggest hold in the world as Dream's unable to quite make it to the plat. This rain is just going to pass by as Brand coming in on that right side with the splashdown. Because of that splashdown, they're not really going to, or because of that armor, they're not going to be able to do too much. But the timer's ticking down. A couple of members go down on the side of Dream. We have enough paint coming out from Yeahh where they're able to swing it back, but Char's going to be chasing down Alexei here, but I don't think this is going to end so well. Yep, you got a couple of members of Dream coming in from behind in that zone, and as they all come back towards the zone, Dream is once again eating away at that penalty. A little bit less time on the clock. Every time you recap, the penalty goes down just a bit. So Terra and the rest of Dream going to be holding the zone as they all seem to actually be like within the zone. None of them holding that top left this time, which might make it a little bit easier for Yeahh to get back towards the zone here, as lots of AoE coming out. Machine coming in on the right side, that splashdown, bomb rush, everything is pushing Dream back, and they're unable to hold the zone.
Unable to hold the zone. Terra goes ahead to jump on back, and that's the zone, as you mentioned, going on over to Yeahh. But actually, another cheat-on situation. Char was pushed up pretty far there with that Sorella. And now Lux trying to put some more pressure there with that bamboo onto the opposing plat. All the meanwhile, bomb rush getting popped from this far left side from Alexei, and that's going to be enough to turn the zone back the other direction. Yeah, struggling to maintain control right now of this zone. Lux trying to find this pick, but is not going to be able to. Zero's just going to be able to take care of business there. That's the complete wipe, and what very well may be the game for Dream. Can Yeahh come back from this one? They're looking to try to charge up the specials and get back in, but you'll notice how much purple ink they have to get through before getting back into the zone. Ink Armor going to come on out, but Zero takes care of business there before getting off of the ink rail. 2 ticks the timer left to go, and it's Dream that are going to move on to the finals of In the Zone 19.
Wow, that was a great set. Despite Yeahh not looking a little bit shaky in the first couple games, especially having that unfortunate DC, they came back strong. But Dream in those last games finally able to assert their dominance, really able to just push their aggression just far enough to hold the zone. It felt like they were kind of losing control little by little, but they were able to hold it in the moments that mattered.